What's going on YouTube? This is Dretheplug coming at you guys with another video, and in this video specifically I'm basically going to show you guys how to activate any project when it comes down to sunlight, any type of light in general. This is called a photoresistor, and with this little bitty chip, this is what's going to allow you to activate anything with any type of light. So for example, if the sun is coming up, it's nighttime, and you want something to just activate, you want music to go off, you want your own voice commands to actually remind you to tell you something, if you want sprinklers to come on, anything along those lines, this little chip is going to be able to allow you to actually make that light trigger any type of electrical component to turn on, or just add it to a project. So I'm gonna get into details. Of course, I made the code. I just created it last night for me to give to you guys for like voice commands, for like any type of electrical component. I'm gonna actually give you guys two types of codes for both of those type of different case and situations, so you guys have the option of using either or. So let's get into it. Let's get into some of this technical heat. Okay, so jumping into more of the code. So between the two that I was talking about, when I was looking on YouTube, I don't really see any like basic concepts or basic videos. It's just like how to make it work, what happens once it actually get lighting and activate something. Like it was like a huge project around it, and it was basically making everything work. But before jumping into that, I wanted to kind of make like a basic video of like how to basically make something turn on and turn off based on if light hit it. So my first code that I ended up making, it was just like any type of little electrical component like a light or a buzzer, and then the other one that I'm gonna do is a doper one. Is basically if I wanted to do voice commands, or if I wanted to actually add music or any type of sound to it once light hit it. So you guys could literally copy and paste either or, whichever form of code that you feel like you could actually use. I feel like the music one or the voice notification one, that one is pretty sick. Like this one is a much longer code, but I'm gonna just put both of them down in the description below. Definitely copy and paste it if there's something that y'all need. If there's something y'all want to just add to y'all project, I got y'all. I made both of the codes last night and they work flawlessly. Let's get into the videos of the codes, and let's get into the video of the construction work. All right, so before I just jump into like how I'm going to go about constructing it and putting it together from start to finish, let me first show you guys how this is going to work. So let's get into it real quick. I'm about to use my iPhone real quick. As you guys can see, I'm gonna go to my flashlight. I'm gonna just hover over it, right over the photoresistor, and then I'm gonna just press the flash. You're gonna see how it just activate the whole thing.
In every interview, I'm speaking intelligent. Word to Kevin. In every interview, I'm speaking intelligent. Word to Kevin Gates.
Let me show you how snappy it is.
In every,
now I'm gonna just play it straight through.
In every interview, I'm speaking intelligent. Word to Kevin Gates. Learn to stay up out the way. Block the shade, avoid the hate. So keep your circle small. A big crowd, you can't control the play. Play the game to my controller break. Shoot 'em, make his shoulders shake. I know I'm a little nigga, but my boys hold a lot of weight. Bang, make his head deflate. Chop him up, we call it bait. Then throw him in the ocean. Now little baby all over the place. God made a mistake when he gave Lil Tony this flow.
That boy Tony gonna be a problem. All right, so jumping into exactly how it's constructed real quick, let me just show y'all real quick what it is. All right, so right here we got our signal, we have our voltage, and then we have our ground. So that's gonna be pretty much in here. As you guys can see, I have it color coordinated for these three. Zoom in on it real quick. Let me just let y'all see what's going on. There y'all go. You got your 5 volts, you got your ground, then you got your A0 for your signal. So that's pretty much it, and I just connected straight to it. Do I need a like breadboard to make this work? No, I don't. If it was a way for me to just connect it with the wires, or even if I just wanted to tape these things together, if I wanted to, I could have did that. But I mean, like I said, if you wanted to just get the other type of wires where you could just connect it to it, you could do that too. But just for video purposes, like I always say, I just used the breadboard because I wanted it to just stand up instead of be like leaned over or something like that. So that was the whole purpose of that. And then the other thing is right here, your MP3 player or your Serial MP3 Player. This is pretty much how you're gonna get your music. I have an SD card with the songs on it. You can put any song on it. Like I always say, as long as you name the song 001, you can play any song, and they go for like if you want to list too. So let's say you want multiple songs, it'll be 001, 002 for the second song, 003 for. All you do is just rename it and just change the name of the songs to that. And like I said, I made a whole video specifically of just this one component, so definitely check out that video. It's a Serial MP3 player, and if you want to know exactly how to use it or just turn it into like an MP3 player for your electrical components, that's all you pretty much got to do. So as far as wiring this, I have RX. As you guys can see, it's going in over here to my pin 6. Then for my TX, goes to my pin 5. And then for VCC, I have my voltage, and then I have my ground, of course. So jumping into my voltage and my ground, right here I have my ground going in. Well, I have my voltage going in right here, 3.3 volts. So we just zoom in, focus. There we go, right there into my 3.3 volts. Could it go into the 5 volts? Yes, it can. It don't really matter as long as you have a power source. And then I have my ground all the way over here. Could I have used the ground that's over here? Yes, I can. But I mean, I just want to just spread everything out so everything can make a little bit more sense, so everything not jumbled up. It's kind of a little bit busy on this side already. And that's pretty much how you construct it. Okay, so jumping into the code real quick. Okay, so something I just want to throw out there way in the beginning is a lot of this code have a lot to do with the Serial MP3 player that I already mentioned. I already made a video about going through this entire code, actually having some documents to really break down every individual line and understand how it's even being used to be able to actually access different types of songs, how to actually play songs in specific orders. I have a whole nother video on that, so I'm not going to just redo and go back over the whole entire things, but I'll just point out this section is specifically for the MP3 player part. And basically, if you want to go into it, I'm gonna drop that whole video right below so you guys don't have to go hunting for it. I'll just drop it below. But I'm basically gonna skip over all of the MP3 player part because that's not really what the video is about. I'm gonna just go over the whole photoresistor so you guys can understand how it works and how I ended up coding it. So starting out, this section is all for the MP3 player. This section right here is also for the MP3 player, and this entire section at the bottom is all for the MP3 player. So I'm not going to just go back over the whole entire thing because I don't want to confuse anybody. So it'll just be best if you guys look at the original MP3 player code, because there's a lot of bits and pieces that I ended up just adding to this one and combining it. And like, if I just talk about that individually, I already know that it could become really confusing when it's combined with another type of code. So jumping into my photoresistor, I have my int sensorPin A0, that's going to be my signal. Then I have int val. This is going to basically determine how to actually control things with the actual values that's going to be output. 9 times out of 10, when you turn on the photoresistor, it's going to jump and go straight to around like 900. That's like the average range for the photoresistor. If it don't have light beaming directly on it, it'll go up to like 900 plus. And then once light get closer and closer to it, that number drops. So then right after that, I have my void set up. I have pinMode, sensor, input, just letting me know that's how I'm gonna end up getting power into the sensor and how it can end up understanding exactly how the electricity is going to go through it. Right after that, I have Serial.begin, have mySerial, so I can actually look at the serial monitor and understand what's going on. Right here, all of this is still my MP3 player, like I said before. Then right here I have void loop, I have my value, analog read, sensorPin, so we can still understand and be able to read what's going on. This is going to specifically print out the values. And then right here is pretty much what I really need to understand. So if the value is less than or equal to 500, basically saying if it's going below, like how I said 900 is when it's like no light around it. So once it drops and the light get closer and closer to that photoresistor, it's going to drop down and go low as low as possible. As the closer and closer you put light on it, the lower that value is going to go, all the way till it get all the way low to probably about 10 or so, like that, or all the way to 0 possibly if it get just that much light on it. So basically once it drops to about 500, I'll say that's like the range where if you was to put like a light right in front of it or right next to it or around in the area, just like a bright light. So that's a good indicator of when it will end up going off. So that's why I put value. Once it gets less than or equal to 500, then I'll want something to trigger. What I want to specifically do, or what I want to specifically activate it, is this one little line right here. This line is my MP3 player, and the 001 that lets you know is going to be the first song that's on your SD card. So specifically, this song is going to go off. I actually got one of my friends to actually I took one of his songs and I basically cropped it, kind of edited a little bit, kind of took a little things out, and I made a really small MP3 file just for this video purpose demonstration. And it's the first song that I put on my SD card. I don't want to put other songs because I don't want to confuse you guys, but I just put one song and I named it 001 because that's how the actual Arduino will be able to understand how to read it when you're actually playing it. Then right after that, I put else, and as you guys can see, I don't have anything else because anything that's not either less than 500, I don't want it to go off or do anything. So specifically, that's why I have it to where I want the value to be less than or equal to 500. So within that range, I want it to go off when light actually hit it. If it's higher than that, or if it's not detecting any light, which will be like around 900, I don't want it to go off at all. And that's the entire code. That's pretty much how you break down everything. All of this right here, like I said, is all for the MP3 player. Definitely check out that video. And that's pretty much the whole entire code for this one specifically. If you want voice commands, if you want to add audio, any type of sounds, all you have to do is make sure it has a 001 as the name, and you rename whatever the file is, and you can instantly add that sound onto your project. And that concludes this video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. It really do help the channel. Definitely go check out my Instagram, Dretheplug123. And then go also check out my other YouTube channel. I'll have a link down below. This was the channel I started a little while ago. It's basically about barbering and basically giving your own self a fresh cut and looking nice when you step out the house. So definitely check out that channel. I do all types of different haircuts, and be looking forward for the next video that drop. And I'm out.